All right, thanks for sticking with us at LouisianaAllAmericanSports.com. We're action here at Howell Park in Baton Rouge. We had a brief interruption. We had to recharge our batteries a little bit, but we are back in action here at the top of the fourth inning. Um, when we left at the middle of the third, we were tied up at 4. Madison Prep had just lost its lead. It has since regained the lead. Madison Prep was up 8-5 at the beginning of this inning, but Centerville has rallied. We're just coming off of a double steal that was executed by Centerville. Runner stole second. As that runner stole second, the runner tried to come home. The throw was in time to home plate, but the ball skipped past Terrell Dixon, and the runner was able to score. We have one away here in the top of the fourth inning, and meanwhile, Dylan Burgess, the shortstop for Centerville, is up to bat. One runner at third base. That ball's tapped. It's a little drooper. Runner's going to try to come home. It bounces off of Cameron Harrell. Joseph Boykins can't handle it. The runner has scored, and Centerville has tied the score now at 8. That's going to go down as an infield single RBI by Dylan Burgess. Landry was the runner that scored. That ball's hit foul, and a great catch there. Fantastic catch by Gerald, the third baseman. Gerald Blacher, the third baseman, with a fantastic jumping catch on the foul ball. That's 2 away. And so Centerville now has a runner on with 2 away and a good chance to get out of here. That ball's fouled away, hits off the top of the fence. Dixon can't get to it. Strike 1. Landry's number 1. Runner at first. It's Dylan Burgess. Landry just came across the plate to tie it. That one's down the chute, and it rolls, and it dribbles up over Blacher. Blacher can't hang on, and the runners will advance. Ball was hit hard, so I don't think officially that'll be an error. But nonetheless, Duncan, the center fielder, has kept this half inning alive for the Bulldogs, and Pontiff will come up to bat with runners on first and second, and 2 down in the top of the fourth inning. And that's going to go as a strike. Bounces out of the mitt, but Dixon's able to regain control. No harm, no foul. Strike 1. Oh, high at the eye level. Strike 2. 0-2 count. Potter struck out on his last at bat, and with an opportunity to perhaps give his team the lead, I'm sure that might be in his head as he's facing an 0-2 count. Now Boykins can really get creative with his pitches here. There's the pitch. That's a 2-seam fastball. Good sinking action. Runners go, and the force play is taken away now. The force play is taken away. Pontiff wisely made a wide swing, making it very hard for Dixon to get any kind of play on those runners going. And we have a 1-2 count. Dylan Burgess at third. Duncan, the center fielder, at second. Here's the pitch. High and inside. Foul ball. Boykins winds up, fires down Broadway. That's going to be high. That's another foul ball. It's 3 fouls, and oh, we have a hero of the day right here. We had a couple of kids right there in harm's way, and this gentleman was Johnny on the spot catching that foul ball. So it still continues to be a 1-2 count here. And I think those kids were oblivious to anything that was going on. There's the hit. Ball's popped up in the air by Pontiff, and this has been it's caught. The center fielder drops the ball, throws it in, and Centerville has scored 2 runs and is now taking the lead. 10-8. Burgess and Duncan have come across the plate for Centerville. Brandon Hilliard cannot hold on to the ball. Those are 2 more unearned runs on Boykins, and just by my count, that is at least, those are 2 unearned runs, and I believe those are that's at least the 3rd and 4th unearned runs that have crossed the plate against Boykins today. So Pontiff reaches on the error. No RBIs, but it doesn't really matter when you help give your team the lead. When it comes to wins and losses, they don't care whether or not the scorekeeper chalks it up as earned or unearned. So Boykins with 2 outs, a chance to get out of the inning, really had it done. Fires that one, that's high and inside to Pogue. That's C.O. Pogue, not C.A. Pogue, the pitcher. C.O. Pogue, the left fielder. Boykins looks like he's a little irritated at Pontiff, who stepped off the bag there. Now he's kind of jabbing at Boykins. He's got to maintain his composure. Boykins fires that one. That's in the strike zone, just to the high outside part of the plate. Strike 1 against Pogue. 2-1 count. 2 away. Centerville 10, Madison Prep 8, top of the 4th. Boykins fires. That one's way inside. That almost got a piece of the jersey. We have a 3-1 count. Gave him a little chin action there, and I don't think Pogue is going to lean too heavily on the plate. And with a 3-1 count, and you're winning, you're getting lower in the order, and it's really interesting whether or not he's going to swing at this one. That's right down Broadway. Strings struck him out. Goes down swinging. That's the whiff. I'm sorry, that is not a strike. That was just strike 2. I apologize. We have a full count here now with 2 away. My bad. Full count. So the runner should be going here with 2 away. He doesn't go. That one's popped up in the air. Oh, man. And that ball's dropped. Justin Russell can't hang on to it. Pontiff is going to get around to 3rd. And Pogue is going to reach 2nd base. And another error for the Chargers, so not a hit. But Pogue reaches 2nd base on an error, so we have 2 more potential unearned runs at 2nd and 3rd for Centerville. And Joseph Boykins has got to be frustrated. If this continues, he will pick up the loss, but he potentially could have 4 runs come across the plate that he did not let earn. That's sometimes the way the cookie crumbles here in the grand old game of baseball. There's the pitch. Whoa, that one goes right off Arias. And that one went inside, and Arias is going to take his base at first. And the bases are loaded. Now, as bad as that was, that is not the worst thing that could have happened, because now with 2, there's a force play at any base that can help get Boykins out of the inning. So if he could just elicit a ground ball out of the leadoff batter, Terrio, the 3rd baseman, he can get out of this inning with no further damage. All these runs are unearned at this point anyway, so why not plunk a guy, send a message, load the bases, and force an out at any base. There's the pitch. That one's high, and we have ball 1. So we have Arias at first. At 2nd base, we have Pogue. And at 3rd base, we have Pontiff waiting to come home. Pontiff has not gotten a hit today, but he was able to put one in the outfield that could not be caught by Brandon Hilliard. And so his ball put in play, has kept this inning alive for the Bulldogs. 1-1 count. Boykins fires low. That one's going to bounce, but Dixon hangs on to it. 2-1 count. Terrio steps back in the box. Tyler Terrio looks. That one's way high. So we have a 3-1 count. And Boykins knows he has no choice now but to come right down Broadway. And hey, why not? Make them beat you, don't give it to them. They've already gotten a lot of unearned runs. Tyler Terrio now staring down. Boykins comes out of the stretch, delivers that one. Is inside. He's out of there. Oh, sorry. Whoa, that's 2 strikes. I got a little carried away there. We have a 3-1 count. 3-2 count. I got a little carried away, and so did the ump. My fault. My bad. Full count. Runners on. And I'd imagine they're going to go as soon as Boykins pitches with 2 away. There's a little dribbler and foul ball. So Terrio keeps the inning alive for at least one more pitch. So that will bring the runners home. So that's an RBI for Terrio, but it's an unearned run against Boykins as Ponick reached on an error. In fact, all these runners reached on errors after 2 outs, so none of these runs against Boykins will be earned, but that's a very little consolation as the Bulldogs have now taken an 11-8 lead here in the 4th inning. So Coach Willie Lewis is now talking to his pitcher, giving instructions. He's on the mound, and looks like Joseph Boykins is going to give the ball up, and his arm is getting tired. He was starting to lose a little control in the 3rd, and now he just cannot get that 3rd out. Just walked in a run. So he's going to give the ball over to Jarrell Blacher, who was playing 3rd base. Now he will be pitching. So Blacher's going to warm up. Boykins will assume Blacher's duties over at 3rd base. And the Chargers are going to try to get this last out here in the 4th inning. So just to give you a recap, Madison Prep led coming into this inning. Actually led 8-4. I'm sorry, I'd said 8-5 earlier. They led by 4 runs, 8-4 coming into the top of the 4th. The Bulldogs have rallied and put on 7 runs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The last 3 runs all unearned, as what would have been the 3rd out was an E8 that kept the inning alive for Centerville. And now Madison Prep has put in a pitching change as Blacher is warming up. Boykins has moved over to 3rd, and I don't have the official count, but Boykins had to have thrown easily 100 pitches in this game thus far through 3 2/3 innings of work. So Blacher's going to come on and try to get Madison Prep out of this jam. A very tall fella. I'm guessing probably about 6'1", maybe 6'2". And now Coach Lewis is calling in Boykins. So that might be all she wrote for Joseph Boykins on the day. Very good effort by that young man, if in fact that is the case. And Coach Lewis, Boykins is going to stay in. He's not coming out. He's just giving some instructions. So just to give you a recall, Tyler Terrio got the RBI on the walk. He's at 1st base. 2nd base is the designated hitter, Arias, who was hit by a pitch. Again, another sign that Boykins was losing some of his control. And C.O. Pogue at 3rd base. That's Pogue, the left fielder, not Pogue, the pitcher. So here we go. Blacher winding up, and time called for by the catcher, Landry. Blacher fires. That one's low and outside. Ball 1. Blacher from the stretch. delivers right down Broadway. Strike one. Blacher shaking off Dixon. Now he sees the signal he likes. He's in the stretch. Big run by the runner at first base. That's a curveball. Oh my goodness, that did not fool Landry at all. Landry saw that curveball coming a mile away and served that tater up all the way to center field. Hogue scores. Arias scores. Tyler Terrio scores. There's the play over to third. Boykins finally gets the out as Landry tried to turn that into a triple, but the damage is done as Centerville has put 10 runs on in the fourth inning. The score, Centerville 14, Madison Prep 4 in the middle of the fourth inning. That was a really, really tough inning. A total of 6 unearned runs came across the plate in that inning, all with 2 away. (14-4), middle of the fourth.
14-8.
Sorry. That's what I meant, 14-8. 14-8.